Soft, gentle morning light widens slowly across the pale open sky, drifting in long, warm waves of calm. A quiet, subtle glow expands lightly through distant, cool air, settling softly over the silent horizon. Slow, warm breath moves gently across the bright morning field, unfolding into tender, peaceful stillness. A faint, shimmering warmth drifts softly into the open, cold sky, moving in long, slow arcs of gentle calm. Soft, quiet brightness rises slowly across the wide, distant air, carrying warm comfort through silent space. A subtle glow widens gently into the pale morning horizon, resting lightly in calm, endless stillness. Warm, soft breath floats quietly across cool, open sky, drifting slowly in smooth, peaceful waves. A tender, quiet shimmer spreads gently across the bright, frozen field, settling into long, steady warmth. Soft, gentle light expands slowly across pale, distant clouds, unfolding into calm, open morning air. A warm, quiet glow widens gently through the cold horizon, moving slowly into bright, tender stillness. Soft morning breath drifts lightly across the silent, bright field, spreading warm, steady calm. A subtle, faint glow rises softly into the wide open sky, resting gently on the quiet, frozen air. Slow, tender brightness widens gently across distant, pale clouds, drifting into serene, endless calm. Soft, shimmering warmth floats quietly in bright, cold space, settling lightly in smooth, peaceful arcs. A warm, quiet glow stretches softly through the pale morning light, unfolding into gentle, silent comfort. Soft, subtle air glides slowly across the open horizon, drifting into warm, quiet brightness. A slow, calm shimmer expands gently through frozen, distant light, resting quietly in serene, cool air. Soft, warm breath widens through the pale morning calm, drifting gently in smooth, peaceful motion. A faint, bright glow expands softly across silent, open sky, unfolding into warm, gentle stillness. Soft morning brightness rises slowly across wide, quiet space, settling lightly into calm, tender air. A subtle, quiet warmth drifts gently along the pale, frozen horizon, moving in long, soft waves of brightness. Slow, soft breath floats quietly between distant, bright clouds, spreading warm, serene comfort. A tender, gentle glow widens slowly into the open, cool morning, resting lightly in quiet, bright stillness. Soft, warm air expands A subtle shimmering glow rises gently across pale distant air, moving softly in smooth serene art. Soft morning light spreads slowly through the pale, calm sky, drifting in long warm waves of gentle stillness. A quiet subtle glow widens softly across distant cold air, settling lightly into serene open space. Slow warm breath moves gently through the bright silent field, unfolding into calm endless brightness. A faint shimmering glow floats quietly across the pale horizon, drifting in slow tender arcs of peaceful calm. Soft bright air widens slowly across quiet open space, carrying warm, gentle comfort. Through the silent morning, a subtle, quiet glow expands lightly across the cool, frozen sky, resting softly into calm, bright stillness. Warm, soft breath floats slowly through the distant, pale horizon, drifting gently in peaceful, bright waves. A tender, soft shimmer widens quietly across the bright morning field, settling into long, smooth calm. Soft, gentle light expands slowly between thin, cold clouds, unfolding into silent, warm brightness. A warm, quiet glow drifts softly across the wide open sky, moving slowly into tender, serene calm. Soft morning breath floats quietly through the bright frozen air, carrying warm, gentle stillness. A faint, subtle glow widens softly across distant open light, drifting into calm, peaceful morning air. Slow, tender brightness rises gently through the pale open space, resting lightly into a warm, endless calm. Soft, shimmering warmth floats slowly across the frozen horizon, spreading bright, serene comfort. A warm, quiet glow expands gently through the silent morning sky, unfolding into soft, peaceful stillness. Soft, subtle air drifts slowly across white, pale light, moving quietly into warm, gentle brightness. A slow, calm shimmer widens lightly through distant cold air, resting softly in through silent, bright space. Soft morning brightness widens slowly across distant calm air, settling lightly into quiet, tender stillness. A subtle, quiet warmth drifts slowly along the pale, open horizon, moving in long, warm arcs of serene calm. Slow, soft breath floats lightly between distant, bright clouds, spreading warm, peaceful comfort. A tender, gentle glow widens softly into the calm, cool morning, unfolding into quiet, bright stillness. Soft, warm air expands slowly across the silent, bright sky, drifting into peaceful, endless calm. A subtle, shimmering glow rises gently through pale, distant air, moving softly in calm, serene arcs. Soft, bright warmth widens gently across the frozen morning field, settling into tender, quiet brightness. Slow, peaceful breath floats lightly into the open, calm sky, drifting quietly toward distant, gentle light. I breathe softly into the quiet, open morning air. Soft light drifts slowly across the quiet room, rising in a gentle line that settles into calm air. I breathe with its slow movement as it opens a warm, quiet space around my thoughts. Your presence glows softly as it rises, resting a moment before drifting downward in peaceful motion. I follow the steady warmth as it guides me into a slow, clear path without weight or rush. The room expands as the light lifts again, forming a smooth arc before fading into gentle stillness. Your voice moves softly like a warm shimmer rising in the air, holding for a moment before falling in calm color. I listen as each motion settles in quiet space, shaping a soft melodic line that brightens the room. A slow breath drifts across the air, leaving a warm trace that rests lightly along the quiet walls. Light gathers in a soft curve as it lifts once more, drifting upward before easing into quiet, settling calm. I stay near that gentle motion, letting it guide my breath in long, slow lines without timing or force. Your tone moves like a soft wave touching the air, rising toward warmth before lowering in peaceful ease. A faint shimmer lingers as it drifts across the open room in a soft falling line of light. The quiet deepens softens as each phrase opens into spacious air, flowing softly into warm, gentle stillness. I follow the drifting motion as it carries me deeper into calm, space shaped by smooth rising arcs. Your voice glows again with soft clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm falling quiet. I remain within that peaceful space, letting the last gentle trace drift into clear open silence. Soft light returns in another quiet arc, rising with a slow breath that carries a tender glow. I listen as it holds for a moment in the air, then eases downward in a soft unwinding line. Your presence waits like a calm beacon near the window, steady and warm in the center of the room. I walk beside that gentle brightness, letting it slow my thoughts into wide unhurried circles. Each slow breath moves in time with the light, drawing long quiet shapes across the open space. Your voice rests gently on those shapes, coloring them with pale warmth and a soft, gentle tone. The room feels wider with every drifting phrase, as if the air itself is opening and breathing with us. I let the final lines fade slowly into stillness, leaving only a calm, clear space and a memory of light. Soft, gentle glow rises slowly across the pale morning air, drifting in long, warm waves of peaceful light. A quiet, subtle brightness widens softly into distant, cool sky, settling lightly into serene, open calm. Slow, warm breath floats gently over the bright, silent field, unfolding into soft, endless brightness. A faint, tender shimmer widens slowly across the pale horizon, drifting in smooth, gentle arcs of calm. Soft, quiet air expands lightly through the wide, cool morning, carrying warm, tender comfort and stillness. Soft, quiet air expands lightly through the wide, cool morning, carrying warm, tender comfort and stillness. A subtle, warm warmth spreads gently across distant, frozen light, resting softly into calm, bright space. Soft morning breath glides slowly across the open, pale horizon, drifting into long, serene waves. A gentle, quiet shimmer widens softly across the cold morning field, settling into smooth, steady calm. Soft, bright light expands slowly between thin, distant clouds, unfolding into warm, peaceful brightness. A warm, subtle glow floats quietly through the pale, open sky, moving in long, tender lines of calm. Soft, tender breath drifts gently across bright, frozen air, spreading warm, quiet stillness around. A faint, subtle glow rises slowly into the wide, cool morning, drifting in soft, endless, bright calm. Slow, quiet brightness expands softly through distant, pale space, resting lightly in silent, gentle warmth. Soft, shimmering warmth floats quietly across the frozen, bright horizon, settling into open, calm light. A warm, tender glow widens gently through the morning sky, unfolding into serene, peaceful stillness. Soft, quiet air drifts slowly across wide, pale brightness, moving gently into warm, steady calm. A slow, subtle shimmer widens softly through distant, cold light, resting quietly into tender, serene air. Soft, warm breath floats lightly across the frozen morning rime, drifting into long, gentle arcs of brightness. A faint, gentle glow expands slowly through the silent morning field, unfolding into warm, soft calm. Soft morning brightness widens quietly across distant, quiet air, settling lightly into peaceful stillness. A subtle, quiet warmth drifts gently along the pale, bright horizon, moving in long, soft waves of calm. Slow, soft breath floats lightly between distant, pale clouds, spreading warm, serene comfort. A tender, gentle glow widens softly into the calm, cool morning, resting lightly in bright, silent stillness. Soft, warm air expands slowly through the silent, bright sky, drifting into peaceful, endless calm. The subtle, shimmering glow rises gently into the pale, distant air, moving softly in long, serene arcs. pale morning air, spreading in long, gentle waves of calm brightness. A quiet, subtle glow widens softly through distant cool sky, settling lightly into serene open stillness. Slow bright breath floats gently across the silent morning field, unfolding into warm, peaceful calm. A faint, quiet shimmer widens slowly across the pale horizon, drifting in long, tender arcs of gentle light. Soft, warm air expands softly into the wide, calm morning, carrying serene brightness through open silence. A subtle, gentle glow rests lightly across distant, frozen sky, unfolding into calm, steady comfort.
The soft morning breath glides quietly over the pale horizon, drifting into smooth, warm waves of peaceful light. A tender, warm shimmer widens softly across the frozen, bright field, settling gently into long, calm stillness.
Soft, bright light rises slowly between thin, distant clouds, unfolding into warm, silent brightness. A quiet, subtle glow floats gently across the open, pale sky, moving slowly in serene, gentle motion. Soft, gentle breath drifts lightly across bright, frozen air, spreading warm, quiet stillness in silence. A faint, warm glow expands slowly into white, cool morning, resting lightly in calm, endless brightness.
Slow, tender brightness widens softly through distant, pale space, drifting quietly into serene, gentle calm.
Soft, subtle warmth floats slowly across the frozen horizon, settling into peaceful, bright stillness. A warm, soft glow expands gently through the calm morning air, unfolding into serene, quiet comfort. Soft, gentle air drifts slowly across pale, white brightness, moving quietly into warm, steady calm. A slow, faint shimmer widens softly through distant, cool light, resting lightly in bright, serene space.
Soft, warm breath floats quietly across the frozen horizon, drifting into long, gentle arcs of brightness.
A faint, soft glow expands slowly through the calm, cool morning, resting lightly in bright, peaceful lane. Soft, quiet brightness widens gently across distant, pale air, settling lightly into silent, tender stillness. A subtle, warm comfort drifts softly along the quiet horizon, moving in long, calm waves of gentle light. Slow, soft breath floats lightly between distant, shallow clouds, spreading warm, serene stillness. A calm, cool morning, resting lightly in bright, peaceful air. Soft, warm space expands slowly across the silent, bright sky, drifting into endless calm.
A subtle shimmering warmth rises gently through pale distant air, moving softly in long serene arcs.
Soft bright warmth widens gently across the frozen morning field, settling into tender quiet brightness. Slow peaceful breath floats lightly into the open cool sky, drifting quietly toward gentle morning calm. Soft, calm breath drifts slowly across the pale morning horizon, spreading in long, warm waves of gentle light. A quiet, subtle glow widens softly into distant cool sky, settling lightly into serene, open calm. Slow, warm air floats gently over the silent, bright field, unfolding into peaceful, endless brightness. A faint, tender shimmer expands slowly across the pale horizon, drifting in soft, gentle arcs of morning calm. Soft, bright air widens lightly through the wide, quiet morning, carrying warm, subtle come through stillness. A gentle, soft glow rests quietly across distant, frozen sky, unfolding into calm, steady, peaceful light. Soft morning breath glides slowly along the cool, open horizon, drifting into smooth, tender waves. A warm, quiet shimmer widens gently across the bright morning field, settling into long, serene stillness. Soft, gentle light expands slowly between thin, distant clouds, unfolding into warm, peaceful glow. A quiet, subtle warmth floats gently across the open, pale sky, moving slowly in serene, gentle calm. Soft, slow breath drifts slightly across bright, frozen air, spreading warm, quiet stillness through silence. A faint, tranquil glow widens gently into wide, cool morning, resting lightly into tender, silent brightness. Slow, bright, calm expands softly through distant, pale space, drifting quietly into serene, gentle warmth. Soft, subtle shimmer floats slowly across the frozen horizon, settling into peaceful, bright stillness. softly through distant cool light, resting lightly in bright serene air. Soft warm breath floats quietly across the frozen horizon, drifting into long gentle arcs of morning glow. I breathe softly into the wise quiet morning. Go breathe softly into the wide, quiet horizon, moving in long, warm waves of peaceful light. Slow, soft breath floats lightly between distant, shallow clouds, spreading warm, serene brightness. A tender, soft shimmer widens softly into the calm, cool morning, resting lightly in bright, peaceful stillness. Soft, warm air expands slowly across the silent, bright sky, drifting into endless, gentle calm. A subtle, shimmering warmth rises gently through pale, distant air, moving softly in serene, warm arcs. Soft, bright warmth widens gently across the frozen morning field, settling into tender, quiet brightness. Slow, peaceful breath floats lightly into the open, cool sky, drifting quietly toward calm, gentle light. I breathe softly into the wide, quiet morning air. Soft, pale dawn light spreads slowly across the quiet morning sky, drifting in long, warm waves of gentle calm. A subtle, quiet glow widens softly through distant, cool air, settling lightly into serene, open stillness. Slow, warm breath floats gently across the silent, bright field, unfolding into soft, endless brightness. A faint, delicate shimmer widens slowly across the pale horizon, drifting in smooth, tender arcs of calm. Soft, gentle air expands lightly through the open, quiet morning, carrying warm, subtle comfort through silence. A warm, faint glow rests quietly across distant, frozen sky, unfolding into calm, steady brightness. Soft morning breath glides slowly along the pale open horizon, drifting into smooth, serene waves. A tender, warm shimmer widens softly across the bright, frozen field, settling into long peaceful stillness. Soft bright light expands slowly between thin distant clouds, unfolding into warm quiet glow. A subtle quiet brightness floats gently across the open pale sky, moving slowly in serene gentle motion. Soft warm breath drifts lightly across crisp frozen air, spreading tender calm stillness. A faint warm glow widens softly into wide cool morning, resting lightly in calm endless brightness. Slow gentle brightness expands softly through distant pale space, drifting quietly into serene warm calm. Soft subtle warmth floats slowly across the frozen horizon, settling into peaceful tender light. A warm soft glow expands gently through the calm morning air, unfolding into serene quiet comfort. Soft pale air drifts slowly across wide bright openness, moving quietly into warm gentle calm. A slow faint shimmer widens softly through distant cool light, resting lightly in soft serene air. Soft warm breath floats quietly across the silent horizon, drifting into long gentle arcs of brightness. A faint gentle glow expands softly through the still morning field, unfolding into warm peaceful calm. Soft quiet brightness widens gently across distant pale sky, settling lightly into quiet tender stillness. A subtle warm comfort drifts softly along the bright quiet horizon, moving in long warm waves of serene calm. Soft breath floats lightly between distant pale clouds, spreading warm quiet brightness. A tender gentle glow widens softly into the calm, cool morning, resting lightly in bright, peaceful air. Soft, warm space expands slowly across the silent, bright sky, drifting into endless serene calm. A subtle shimmering warmth rises gently through pale distant air, moving softly